Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Now in this video we're going to be looking at the English speech sounds in chapter 3 from your textbook Better English Pronunciation. In this chapter we're going to study the consonants of English, including the phonetic alphabets by which they are represented, the way each one of them is pronounced, as well as the criteria that describe them. We sometimes need to write what represents the speech sounds to indicate the pronunciation of words. You may suggest to use English letters as symbols representing English sounds, but it is often irregular and difficult to predict pronunciation from spelling in English. For example, an English learner may think that the pronunciation of the letter S in words like cats and dogs is the same, where in fact these are two different sounds. So here is one letter can be pronounced differently. And another example is the sound f, which is found in words like fate and safe, where the letter F is pronounced as f. However, the same sound is also found in words like enough and phone, which means that this sound can be pronounced with letters other than F. The letter combination of TH is also unpredictable, where their pronunciation in words like thing and with are totally different. These and many other examples show that one-to-one relationship between sounds and letters in English is unreliable. Now, as it is inapplicable to use the English orthography forms to represent speech sounds, a system of phonetic symbols called International Phonetic Alphabet is introduced to allow us to give each of the English sounds a distinct symbol. So despite there being just 26 letters in English language, there are approximately 44 unique sounds, also known as phonemes. The English sound system has 24 consonant phonemes and 20 vowel phonemes. A written representation of sounds using the phonetic alphabet is called phonetic transcription, where phonemes are placed between two slashes to be differentiated from letters. Now let's have a look at the phonetic symbols and the pronunciation of the English consonants. P, pay, b, bike, t, tea, d, deep, ch, church, j, judge, k, crack, g, go, f, fight, v, very, th, thin, th, that, s, since, z, zoo, sh, show, j, casual, mother, no, sing, haze, live, rain, wipe, you. Now it's time to define a consonant. A consonant is a sound that is produced with a partial or complete closure in the vocal tract. The closure constitutes some sort of constriction in the airstream. For example, f sound is articulated with a partial closure in the oral cavity by placing the lower lip against the upper front teeth to allow the air to pass through a narrow space, creating what is called friction. In the study of phonetics, there are three main criteria in describing any consonant. Number 1, the place of articulation, describing the location and the organs involved in the production of a sound. Number 2, The manner of articulation, describing the way the articulators or organs of speech are set to produce the sound. Number 3, voicing, showing whether the sound is accompanied with vibration in the vocal cords or not. Here is a table showing the English consonants and the 3 criteria that describe them. In the place of articulation, we have bilabial, the use of the 2 lips to produce sounds like p, m, w, and so on. The next is labiodental, placing the lower lip against the upper front teeth to produce sounds like f and v. The next is called dental, by putting the tip of the tongue against the upper front teeth to produce sounds like th and th. And we have also alveolar, by pressing the blade of the tongue against the alveolar ridge, producing sounds like t, d, s, etc. And post-alveolar, by placing the tongue against the area just behind the alveolar ridge, producing sounds like sh and j. The other place of articulation is called palatal, where the tongue touches or nearly touches the hard palate to produce sounds like re or ye. Vela is another place of articulation, in which the back of the tongue is placed against the soft palate, producing sounds like k and g. The last one is called glottal, where the sound is produced in the glottis, including the sound h. In the manner of articulation, we have stop, the manner where there is a complete closure somewhere in the vocal tract, making the air compress for a short time, then suddenly releasing it, creating plosive sounds like t, k, etc. The second one is called fricative, the way the airstream passes through a narrow space, making a kind of friction, producing sounds like s, f, sh, etc. And also we have affricate, where affricate means a speech sound made up of a plosive stop, followed immediately by a fricative. Affricates include ch and j. Nasal is a way of producing some speech sounds and making the airstream pass through the nasal cavity. Sounds produced in this way include etc. The next is called lateral, the manner of articulation where the airstream escapes from the sides of the tongue while it is in contact with the alveolar ridge, producing the sound l. And the last is glide, the manner of articulation where there is a glide or a quick movement towards the following vowel. Examples of sounds produced in this way are re, we, etc. In the last criteria, we have 2 states of the positions of the vocal cords, voiced and voiceless. For example, sounds like p, t are voiceless, and b, d are voiced. If you check these examples, you can notice that the pairs p, b, and t, d share the same place and manner of articulation, but differ only in voicing. P is voiceless, and b is voiced. Let's take some examples to see how the English consonants are described according to the 3 criteria. Z, in words like size, zoo, example, is described as follows. In the place of articulation, it is alveolar. In manner of articulation, it is fricative. And in voicing, it is voiced. The other example is s, in words like speed, fast, text, is described as follows. In the place of articulation, it is alveolar. In the manner of articulation, it is fricative. And in voicing, it is voiceless. As you can see that se and ze share the same place and manner of articulation but differ only in voicing. Z is voiced, s is voiceless. That's all for today's lesson, and thanks for watching.